All right, so we could go to Las Nevadas and then Kanoko, and then I guess that would be pretty much everything. Or we could just let him discover those at some point. Both those are kind of like private communities, you know?
So I can join this server whenever I really want, like if I'm bored, right?
Yeah. No, you can't. Only if you message me and get specific permission.
Okay.
Yes,
You're
you can
allowed to
join me
do
whenever you want and
whatever
do
you
whatever you
want,
want.
whenever you want. That's the
Yeah, we
beauty
didn't
of
really
it.
go over the rules, to be fair. I mean, the rules, there's not really any rules. The rules are pretty much just don't do anything that would like actually piss somebody off, like
Right.
stealing cookies.
Of
Like, don't do
course.
that. But other than that, you can, do anything pretty much. And yeah, you can log on whenever you want. You can stream, you can record, you can do whatever. So, um, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy. All the people on the server, I used to all watch. I've
Oh,
watched
yeah?
it once or twice, yes. All
Wow.
awesome and exciting. Ugh, it's like meeting one person that you admire, then meeting like 10 or 11 of them at once. It's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
definitely really
Wow.
exciting, and I'm like really appreciative of it.
That's awesome. Do you want to tell them? You want to tell them? Okay, I guess here, this is the your intro part, but I guess let's start with how did you meet me and Sapnap? I guess that's a good
Sure.
starting point. Give the backstory. Give the backstory.
Well, this is the big one. This is the big one because a lot of people had different theories and ideas, but I am kind of random. He did just message me, and we just decided to kind of set this up. We did find out we did hang out with each other a long time ago and played the MC HG a long time ago. I actually played with Sapnap as well, without even realizing it. Before they were even popular, before any of this, and it was, yeah, we hit it off when we played, and they're trying to drive me off the mountain. But yeah, and we just kept continuing, and we kept talking about it, and nothing was 100% official. And then eventually we started making it more official, obviously, and then started posting more and deciding on what we kind of wanted to do, which, to be honest, is still kind of freeform. But a lot of like the coincidences were coincidences. Like a lot of like the people that thought the theory, like the theories, a lot of people thought, like the fact that my profile was made on June, and what was it, the Ollie, that my account was made when the Ollie, on Sapnap did the Ollie. Those were all coincidences. I had no idea. Like I didn't know. I did know that, I guess, that Dream made his account in June, but I didn't know. I didn't remember it when I made the account. You know what I mean? I didn't even really think it was even June when it was kind of June. But yeah,
I guess that's probably true when anybody does anything. And you know, think about like the month you're doing it in. What
right.
about your name? How'd you come up with Manatreed?
Well, Manatreed was, oh, that was hard. Well, Manatreed, it was like one of those things where I wasn't. It was like two things I wanted
You'll
to
mention like manatee and stuff. Is
Yeah,
that
I yeah, exactly. My favorite animal is manatees. Aquatic animal, I guess, if you want to say that, if you want to be more right about it, I guess. And I like trees, and Manatreed just worked. It was weird how it doesn't form an anagram, but almost does. And that was honestly completely by mistake. All that was literally coincidence. You guys may think like me or Dream like came up with this clever like plan, but we really didn't. It really wasn't that clever. You guys made it more clever than anything. Like you guys you guys gave us way too much credit. Way too much credit. And I think that was the fun part about this whole thing.
yeah. It's funny. I think like I was like, holy cow! It says Manatreed like is almost Dream Team as an anagram. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I remember when somebody posted that.
Because you're from Florida too, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
where
I'm from
manatees
Florida. I'm
are.
from Miami. I grew up in Miami, born and raised. South Beach
And I
area.
guess manatees are everywhere. Well, I guess they're not everywhere, but they're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, well, Florida. Yeah, Florida, colder water. Actually, warmer water depending on the season. But yeah.
You're just a little manatee expert.
No. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. The reason why I like manatees is because my 18th birthday, I went to the beach and I saw a manatee in the ocean, and it came up to me and my family because my family was with me, and this manatee swam in between us and just would not leave us alone. It was probably one of the coolest experiences ever, and this is at just some random beach. So I've never been like, an animal has never been that nice and has never ever like randomly just come up to me, especially an aquatic one out of all things. So, but yeah, that's why I like manatees.
I feel
Long
I'd
story
be
short.
scared of
You
a
mentioned your
manatee.
18th birthday. Here, I'm just playing it for the chat. How old are you?
24.
When's your birthday?
June 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm just getting all the information. I guess I should have said if you don't mind sharing, but
No, it's okay.
there you go.
I mean,
So you're
technically you
you're a
asked
year
me
younger than
before.
George.
Yeah.
You're a year younger than George.
Holy shit!
Which
you're
I'm
old.
surprised.
George is old.
Low-key, I'm surprised because when me and George were talking the other day, it seemed like I was older than him, but yeah, it's definitely not the case. I definitely
That's like a
Immature.
roast.
I didn't. Well, if anything, if he can take it this way. He can take it that he just always looks young, and that's a good quality, right? I would think.
Yeah, I think that you both look a lot younger than
Yeah, we do.
your age.
Yeah, we do. If I were like, you have to even getting lighters at gas stations, or they still ID me. Like, I still look under 21. So it's yeah. It's bad.
Makes sense.
I
What about-
also look older when I have a beard, but I do not have one anymore. In that picture,
Makes sense.
I did, but not anymore. It's all shaved, fresh, clean.
What the heck?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I saw someone say it in chat. What about tattoos? Do you have a smile tattoo
Oh.
on your wrist?
That one was my favorite. I'm not sure how that came to be, but the fact that
Is
it was like some sort of pixel issue. I don't know why it looks like that, but it really does. Once you guys pointed that out, I had a hard time not believing I had a tattoo there. Because it was like, it was just confusing, because you guys would say smiley face, and then you said that Dream wanted one at one point, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, you guys kept finding things to like that
they
were
like,
in relation
they
to
were, like,
him.
making you believe it too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, at a certain point, I even like, I didn't mind. Like, I wouldn't even mind giving Dream my password and stuff, just because I feel like he's a bigger part of Manatreed too, just because of everything.
Yeah.
And of course,
Well, yeah, he came to me. Well, originally this is what happened. So he messaged me on Twitter. Well, yeah, I mean, I messaged him on Twitter after seeing his tweet, and then we DM'd. We ended up finding out that we literally had each other on like Skype and shit from way back in the day on MCPVP, and Sapnap too. And he was one of the people that we played Hunger Games with. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say it wasn't one of like the main people, but we were friends. Like back then we were friends. Like when I was
Yeah.
like 13, 14, whatever. I was like, holy cow, that's cool. Obviously we talked, and then I added him on Discord, and we started talking. Saturn started talking with him, etc. Became friends, and then I asked him. I said, "What would you think about like joining Dream SMP?" And of course he was like, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." And so he just said, "I don't know like what I would do. I don't have much of like a setup to stream, record." I was like, "All right, how about we'll do it together." And so then I started helping him. I was giving him advice for some stuff, and a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, some of the tweets sound like Dream." It's like, well, yeah, because I was telling him, "Hey, you should tweet this."
Yeah.
I was like, "You should tweet this out. It'd be funny." He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
and then
cool."
once we started doing that, it started becoming real easy to be him. It was kind of funny. Like it's real easy to say, to be that character for a minute,
Yeah,
and to get that like little clout.
yeah. It was a good method. That's why people were like, it's a good method for him to gain followers. So.
Right. Oh, I want to say this. I read it in chat that somebody brought up the gloves, and I want to say if you look at my photo, I was the first person that started with those gloves. Believe it or not, Dream started with the fingerless gloves. Yeah. Yeah, I posted that first, and then you posted it later on photo with gloves. With I think it was the discs one, and I was like, wait a second.
Actually, I didn't even know that. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I was, and they were like the gloves that kind of help with people like with I wouldn't say arthritis, but just less pulse in their hands, I guess. So.
Yeah, I just got them on Amazon, so I'm assuming you
Yeah.
probably just got them on Amazon or something too.
Oh,
so.
well, I did, but and you probably got it from the same.
I guess we're both in Florida, so that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know that your photo was posted on first. So what you're saying? You're trying to say that I stole your gloves? Come on. now.
No, but I will say that people thought like we were the same people because like of that reason. But I will say that was the one thing I did have first. That was it.
Okay.
Nothing else. Everything else is learned off of it. Everything.
People are saying height check in chat. How tall are you?
Oh, height check. I was confused on what they meant by height check.
How tall are you?
5'11".
Wow, he's a humble king. He didn't say 6 foot. He's a humble king.
Yeah, I kind of did want to say 6 foot just to be a little taller than George, but
Oh,
You're
George is
still
not
low.
5'11".
he's not.
You are taller
I
than
swear he
George.
told me 5'11" on chat. I
He's
swear.
not 5'11".
lying.
No way. Cause
George is like 5'8", like 5'9" maximum. He's not 5'11".
all right, that's fine. That's okay.
So you're taller than George. That's fine.
Well, there was a fan art somebody made of me and George, and I'm like towering over him in the fan art. And I was just curious if that was like legit.
So, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It was funny too. Like it was kind of fun being you for a minute too. Like people were thinking it was a face reveal, so they thought my face was yours. That was pretty cool. But other than
I
that,
remember you sent me a fan art of me and said this actually kind of looks like me, but it was fan art of Manatreed, but it was like of me, and you were saying like it kind of looks like you. You're like, this
Yeah.
kind of looks like I do.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's it was so weird, like in terms of how people like, and I mean that weird. When I say weird, I mean in a good way. It's like, I don't know. It was just perfect. Everything was perfect. Yes, it made like a lot of I'm sure it made a lot of people stressed in some ways because they weren't sure what was going on and whatever. But it's part of the excitement.
We always said that you weren't me and that it wasn't like an announcement.
I did. But like you said, when I was on your stream the other day, before we whatever, you were talking about how sometimes you just can't say anything because even if you do, it's like kind of wasting it because people won't 100% believe you. So
Yeah.
Also, I'm not
Go
Callahan.
ahead.
I want to say that too. I want to mention that too. I'm not Callahan.
Wait. What if you are
Callahan?
Callahan? Wait, are you
There's no-
Callahan?
There's no proof saying Callahan's not on the server.
I guess
while
there
you're
isn't
on,
any
so-
proof that I'm not Callahan. Yeah, Callahan isn't here.
Oh my god,
Wait.
you're Callahan. Holy shit, man.
Maybe I can fix that.
Everyone's saying eye color, hair color.
Oh, okay. Well, eye color, blue. I have blue eyes. It's kind of like it's more aquamarine. It's greenish blue, but it's more blue. But yeah, that's that. Hair color. I really don't know. Wait, well, I would just say maybe dirty brown, dirty blonde.
Kind of
The same as, like my beard. So, my beard actually has a little bit of ginger in it, which is funny. Which is my beard. I'll be honest, I took that photo when really quickly. I wanted to shave for it, but then I decided not to. That's also why I had a bunch of cat hair on my hoodie too.
makes sense.
And before anybody says it, I have a cat that I usually do take care of sometimes.
You usually
What's the
take.
cat's
What's that
name,
mean?
huh?
Usually.
You usually
Well-
sometimes take care of them. The other time you're like, screw this cat. I'm not gonna take care of it.
Well, it's like I
Or
don't
what
know.
do you mean by that?
Well, my friend has like a cat that's kind of annoying and always wants to be fed. Always, like all the time, like even when he's sleeping. So when
Oh,
he's
you like
at
cat?
work,
You're saying you like cat sit?
yeah, cat sit. I just didn't know the phrase for it, I guess. But yeah, no, cat sit.
Yeah,
Babysit, I guess, but a cat. Yeah. This,
babysit your cat.
it's not a human, but it's a person too. It's a person too. It's a Kit Kat.
Oh,
He
cat
has a
rights.
personality and a
Cat
little
rights.
diva. It's a Siamese cat, so you know, a little diva,
Oh,
but it is.
cool.
All right.
What's my name? Oh, the cat name. I thought somebody asked me what my name was. I'm like Ollie. I don't know if I want to give that away.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. He's
Secretive.
smart too and secretive.
It's just
No
because
way.
I don't want the person I cat sit for to find out. If I randomly say it, it would be weird.
It's true. Wait. So they don't know? Do the person you wait? Do they know you're Manatreed, or do they?
No,
know you're
no,
hiding?
no. They definitely don't. But I just don't want to. Like
Wow,
everybody with
that's
coincidences, you know,
This
there was
is
there.
so epic.
I don't want one thing to look like another, because it definitely could. I'm sitting here trying to run and I'm like hungry.
Do you have food? Oh, you
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah. I have plenty of food.
He's living a double life. He's Hannah Montana.
Oh my. That is a cool way of thinking about it. I never thought about it that way, weirdly, and I really like that. I did watch Hannah Montana a lot when I was a kid. I really liked it. I know, but I did. It was a guilty pleasure.
I was more of a Wizards of Waverly Place.
I
kinda
like
guy.
that show too.
And Selena Gomez is gonna be my wife, and it's still gonna happen one day.
You know you know what's not popular? Who I liked? The
What?
girl who played Lily on Hannah Montana. Remember the blonde girl?
Her best friend.
Yeah, the one that didn't sing very well, but then became a singer.
I remember Hannah Montana made her sing a song, and then
Yeah,
she's
that's
gonna, like,
that
auto-tune it.
that's the exact episode
Yeah.
I'm thinking about.
No. Very cool. I'm trying to think. What other question? Chat. You gotta ask more questions. Someone said you sound kind of like Callahan.
How?
I don't know. Wait, you sound like Callahan?
I guess so. I mean, if sounding like Callahan is quiet, then yeah. Boundaries. People are saying boundaries. I don't really know what to say to that. I don't really know what to say what my boundaries really are. I mean,
Here's some questions. Here's some questions that can help with that you can choose not to answer if you don't want to. But like boundaries, like what do you care about, like shipping as an example? That's a
okay.
boundary.
No, shipping is fine.
Do you care about what other boundaries
Shipping
are
is
there?
fun. I don't see
I
it
guess
as.
I'm assuming you have like the obvious boundaries, like obviously don't send like hate to people.
Of course, yeah. Don't mimic my account and tell other people to do things that are like whatever, because people would pretend to be me and tell people to do certain things. I feel like that's kind of messed up, and people will believe the other accounts, and I just don't want to get blamed for something I didn't do.
Okay, there you go.
That's really mainly it. I just don't want whatever, all that stuff.
Here, wait, let me see. I think I have my.
I will
my
say this
bound-
though. I want to give credit. I want to give credit where credit is due. That guy that had that Manatreed YouTube or whatever. Those videos are fantastic. I thought those videos were great. People got offended. Some people got upset. You know, they were like, "Oh, is this person being whatever?" I took it as they were doing the clout thing just the same way I was. And on top of that, they had a talent at editing videos and doing cool things. So he
Okay, here,
deserves.
I'll read my
he deserves
boundaries.
this
And
viewership.
I have my boundaries thing up. I'll read it, and you can tell me where you agree. Okay.
All right.
Or disagree. All right, so I prefer content. I don't mind people using my content as long as it's changed in a way to make it unique. I like reactions, compilations, animations, anything else other than re-uploads.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
I don't mind translation channels uploading translated versions of my content, whether through text or audio, as long as it's not English or a language that I already have translation options for.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I don't mind this content being monetized at all. The music I use is, I guess that doesn't really apply to you. Harassment. I don't tolerate any form of harassment. Harassment includes lots of things, but the most obvious examples are like death threats, doxing, spamming,
Of
negative
course.
things, or sending hate.
Yes.
Makes sense. If you don't like someone on Twitter, there's a block button for a reason. We can have a much nicer and welcoming community if people choose to use it and avoid people they dislike.
Yeah, it kind of cut out, but go ahead, say it again.
Oh, okay. I just put, on Twitter, basically, there's a block button, so if you don't like people, block them instead of like
yes.
hating on them or
Okay.
whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Shipping, I don't mind shipping with me and my friends as long as they also don't mind as well. And then I put I don't tolerate shipping with people that have not said explicitly that they don't mind it, and of course no shipping of minors under any circumstance.
Oh yes, of course.
There you go.
Everything he said was perfect. Like
yeah, whatever. I'll stop there. But basically, there you go. Yeah, cool. All right. Well, there you go. There's a basic boundary. I'm sure like obviously you have your own boundaries, so over time you'll be able to express them and whatever whenever you find something.
Because it really depends
on
on
whatever.
Yeah, there's 1,000 scenarios that could happen that could be going against someone's boundaries.
There you go. What's your like star sign? Do you know?
Cancer.
There you go.
Yes, I'm a Cancer. I'm a crab. And I think in Japanese culture, I think I'm Japanese. What is it? Japanese holiday is I'm a rooster. Which
Nice.
is cool.
I'll ask because chat is asking a lot, but I guess just to preface it, I mean, it's sexuality, but like I don't say my sexuality or talk about it, so that's completely like understandable. Obviously, if that's the case.
Oh
But I
yeah,
thought I'd ask
with
if a lot
that,
of people-
yeah, I kind of like what you say. Just yes. I don't really. I don't really think it matters when it comes to this stuff because I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know. It's just because I'm playing a video game and I'm not really. I don't know. I don't really think it really matters. Know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Know what I'm saying?
Cool. All right. There you go. All right. Well, I think that's probably enough for the introduction to
Yes.
Do you have anything that you want to share about yourself? There you go. I'm like the interviewer. This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm getting interviewed by Dream. It should be the opposite, but no, not really. Besides, because of everything, I might get a smiley face tattoo on my hand just because of
For the meme.
No. Get a flame one.
Do you have? Wait,
I
I
mean, I
don't
might
know.
get a
Do you have
flame
any?
one, too.
Do you have any other tattoos? Do you have tattoos?
No, I don't. So.
Oh, cool.
But
it sounds like you're open to getting a tattoo.
Oh yeah, I've been super open. I really like tattoos personally, like a lot, but I don't get them because they're really expensive for one, and two, I have anxiety. I just get anxiety sitting there with someone talking. It's not really the pain. It's just the anxiety of sitting there with someone and depending on them to do a really good job. And it's really important for them to do a good job because it's on your skin forever, obviously. So
Permanent.
I've just heard a lot of horror stories, especially from my friends and my family that got bad tattoos, and they pay like crazy amounts for it because it's on their skin. They can't really change it, and they have to pay the money. It's just like, what if you had to buy something you didn't want? It's just kind of pointless.
And you had to keep it forever.
Right. Or what if you
with you at all times?
What if you bought something and then it wasn't up to the quality you wanted, or up to par? It wouldn't be worth what you paid for it, obviously. So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And piercings, I actually got my ear pierced. ears pierced.
You have both, or you have one?
Both of them. Yeah, I got my ears
pierced. Do you wear
pierced.
earrings? Or?
I wear one earring sometimes. I just got them both pierced for fun because it was cheap. I was younger, and I had an emo phase, and the first thing I wanted to do was do that. The earrings, and I got them tunneled to try to keep them from healing over. So if I didn't want to wear earrings for a long time, I could just randomly put them in, and they would not heal over. So. It's pretty
Makes
fun.
sense.
Yeah, I don't wear them all the time, but
You mentioned anxiety before. I know we've talked about that because I know even just before this stream and before like you streaming in general, you've talked a lot about about having anxiety and etc. So is that's a frequent thing? Is that how do you deal with your anxiety?
Yeah, it's I would say it's my whole life it's been very frequent. Well, when I was younger, it hasn't been like when we used to play Minecraft, but when I got older, it became more and more prevalent. It became more and more like real. Like I knew I had anxiety, but I thought it was just nervous stomach, nervous butterflies, like everybody gets. But it gets to a point where it evolves. When you don't like work on it or try to make it better, it will evolve into something worse. And so my anxiety became worse, where I have like shaky hands and all this stuff. And it doesn't matter what
before the stream. You said, "Oh, my hands are shaky right now."
Yeah, I was
all right.
telling Dream before the stream, my hands were so shaky because it just so nerve wracking. And to be honest with you, I'm a lot better than I used to be. I used to get sick. So like if I would go and get like a new job somewhere, like a public job, I would get sick. Getting trying to get used to everybody and getting to know people, and it was really embarrassing on being new on the job and having to get sick because you're nervous and all this other stuff, and trying to be professional. And so it was.
Were you getting anxious when the stream wasn't working?
Oh yeah, very. But luckily I'm with you guys, and you guys make me feel very calm. So it's like,
there you go.
Especially after I found out I played with you years ago, like that was really exciting to hear. Like it's like full circle with everything.
Yeah, well, I didn't go. I mean, I went by Dream, but I didn't go by like just Dream. So
yeah,
I guess I've had people message me even recently, like, "Holy, wait, you're like you're Dream on PvP, whatever." And it's like, yeah, I know. It's kind of funny.
That was insane back in the day. Like I remember you would report like people who use hack clients and stuff.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
What a fucking snitch, bro.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He says that as you literally you would like fly on Hunger Games as like.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did once or twice.
No, I'm talking about Ollie.
Oh yeah. I did once or twice use a certain client. I wasn't very good at combat in the very beginning, so I would still lose the force field.
Everyone hacked back in the days.
I would still lose the force field though.
You lied. You lied.
I still like. I would fight Dream with force field on, and he would still beat me. He'd just drink the mushroom soups because remember that was like the insta heals, and then like it was a joke.
How do you lose when you're using a hack client? You can literally have the client drink the mushroom soups for you and hit him from 30 million blocks away and wombo combo him into existence.
Well, I'm a Manatreed, so I guess it just didn't work. It didn't work. Especially then. I'm a little better now. I'm not like I actually can stack up some kills. Unlike before, like it was ridiculous. Like I just would just continue to build. I'd just be more of a casual player because I was just so bad at combat. And a lot of that, I will say too, was because of anxiety. It was just like you wanting to play you wanting to be good, and then not being good, and then that anxiety hurts you playing. So depending on who you are, but my anxiety affects my performance a lot. But when I get comfortable, you'll notice. But yeah, I feel bad talking about myself, but I know that's like the stream.
I want to know you. I want to get to know you.
I don't talk about myself this frequently.
And Phil said, "Have you seen Dream's face?" And the answer is no, but I've seen his face.
He has. Yes, he's seen.
I saw him before you guys. That's epic.
He's seen multiple photos of me, even with the jacket, with my face. Because
To be fair, Simon has too, because you FaceTimed us that one time. So
yeah, that's true. That was I remember sending you a bunch of photos. I'm like, okay, pick one you think would be the right one for my profile picture, because I posted I think I took like, I don't know how many photos, like 10 or 20 photos, and that was like one or two of them was okay. So it was like, all right.
Cool. Someone said, yeah, Simon said, if you were saying, "Simon, are you good?" Because he was just coughing like dying.
Oh.
Cool.